right, there we go. Hey everyone, Richard Carlton here. Welcome to another great day of FileMaker training at fmtraining.tv. I'm the creator of fmtraining.tv, where you can learn all about the FileMaker platform and learn how to build better FileMaker applications for you, your customers, your organization. This broadcast is completely free to everyone and is being broadcast in high definition to Discord, YouTube, and to Twitch. This broadcast is being recorded, which is really great. Of course, we might clean up the recording a little bit, so if we make a malfunction during the live stream, then of course we reserve the right to clean that up on the recording later on. However, because it's a live broadcast, we encourage you to ask questions. In fact, some people get aggravated when there's this dialogue with you and we ask questions. We want questions. If you have a question, odds are other people have the question too. And so I want to thank everyone for logging in, Ken and TK and Dave One, Dave Learning, Ed, Elzo, Carol, Jake, Mike, all of you, welcome once again to another great broadcast. Now, as a reminder, if you want to check out the upcoming broadcast, go to fmtraining.tv, press the left tab for the live button. You can see the upcoming broadcast schedule. That's pretty awesome. Additionally, if you want to help support this channel, right? We always say this, this broadcast is brought to you by fmtraining.tv, bringing you the greatest and the most entertaining FileMaker training videos available. So the idea is that if you want to help support the channel, make sure you check out our on-demand video bundles. We have videos that cover the latest version of FileMaker. We have videos that cover the deploy course. In fact, we used to sell the courses individually. Anymore, it's just much simpler to sell a complete bundle for a low price. We do this on an annual basis. So if you buy one of the bundles, that really helps support the channel. It ensures that we can keep coming back every day, because this broadcast actually takes a lot of money to run. The people here don't work for free. All right, with that said, we're going to hand it over to Nick. Nick, go.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, so welcome to this fourth day, the last day of the dynamic programmable fields. That's how we call it. So today is the last day, and we have a cool day. I'm not going to completely kill yourself with things, but it's kind of interesting what we are going to talk about today. Today we are going to finish this. We're wrapping up, but before I want to recap a little bit what we talk about. So let me share my screen right quick here, and here we go. Share. Okay, so I'm going to move that away. Okay, yes, yeah, I know. So what are we talking about? We are talking about so I'm repeating again that for the people that didn't watch the 3 other days. We are going to try to avoid our chart to make the table too complicated with many fields. Okay, so we are going to avoid charging a table with thousands of fields. For example, when you have an asset like this, when you have an asset and you have like a tablets, for example, and for your tablets, you have properties for the tablets. You want to collect information from a tablet, and you have the device ID, the SIM ID, if you have a phone, if you have a SIM card inside, the device model, the carrier, the cell type, all of this, the color, the capacity. So what you want here, the Linux server, the same. So if you have a Linux server, what you want, the operating system, the OS version. So you have many different type of information. For each type of asset, you have a different type of information. And what you don't want to create fields for each of them. You don't want to create field for each of the properties. So asset is an example, but you have, let's say you have, the last time I saw somebody using that technique that I explained to him, it was a pharmaceutical company where you have a kind of a drug, a medicine, and you have the molecules, and you have the interactions, and you have thousands and thousands of fields they need to collect but their fields, they are different for each type of medicine, like injections or pills or oral, whatever the medicine is. So you have different type of information that you need to collect. So to prevent to have millions of records, millions of fields in one table and make the file completely unusable, we transform records into fields. So we do what I call the virtual fields. That means you use records and you give all the information to one records to be able to make it a field at the end. Okay. So far we saw about how to do this. We saw how to use perform script on server to make the thing fast. We saw how to use the import export technique in the script to make the script easy and light to perform. No, you have the export and the import, right? So you export what you need to import later. So that the good technique on the server to do that. So everything happened on server is very fast and easy to do, because as you can see, the script here is very simple. You go to a layout, perform, you export, you go to another layout, you perform, and then you import what you want to import. So it's very, very simple. So I covered that yesterday. So I'm not going to repeat myself again here, but I wanted to do a kind of a recap here to make sure that we position ourselves. So now what we want to do here, we want to do something more advanced. So we want to, so far, what did we do? Okay. On each fields, FileMaker gives you the possibility to have different type of fields. Okay, text, number, date, time, container, whatever. Okay. Also, we discovered that with this system, we can give what I call the behavior. So what is a behavior? A behavior is this. A behavior is when you have a field and you say it's a drop down, it's a pop-up menu, it's a checkbox, radio button, drop down calendar. So this we give the information to the system to this technique. With this technique, we give the information of what it is. Okay, so we have the type of fields, we have the behavior of fields. Okay, what it is, but now we want to restitute something that we don't want to lose because it's very important. And what we don't want to lose is this ability of having an auto entry calculation. Something that happened when you create the fields, when you create the record to represent the field, you want something automatic to happen. So like this one, for example. So here I have an example. I'm going to trigger the example, and then we are going to see how we can build this. So here I have my Lamborghini type of assets. Okay. So I'm selecting the Lamborghini. And here I have plenty of stuff that comes automatically. Okay. So for example, automatically I have this coming up. It's the account name. This is my account name. This is the date of today. It's a today date created. The time created. Okay. So this is because 8 p.m. is because I think the server I am in, Jacob, I don't know what you did here, but it's not 8 p.m. This is the server time, and so the server should be out of time here. The system version, the server version is server 13.3.1. The database name is Launchpad 1.2. The next reminder, the current IP address, and the current version of the system. Okay, so all of this came automatically. So how that can be possible that all of those things come automatically when I create the property. So it's just an example. I know it doesn't make any sense to have an asset with this, but it's just an example. I want to give you an example. So that's why I have a bunch of get stuff, because there's the best example. So how you do this? Here, I gave you the possibility to have a field here. You have a field here where you can put kind of a calculation. So here, I want to be clear here. You can put here whatever you need to put as a calculation. Everything that can be calculated, you can put it, right? So you can put anything that you can put here, right? Get whatever, okay? Everything you can put here, you can make it. You can add it. For example, let's say, see here, I have all the extended privileges, right? But let's say I want to make that a flat list, okay? I want to make that like this, So I'm using list of this, okay? No list of this, sorry. I'm doing substitute of this, and I'm going to substitute the carriage return by comma space, okay? So this is what I get at the end, okay? I get this at the end, okay? So I replace this, in this list, I replace the carriage return by this. So you can see I have something here, right? So, and I can create a new field, and I say extended or privileges, okay. And I put it this here. So I construct my calculation in the data viewer, right? And I, place it here. So let's see what happened here. Okay, let's see what happened. So I'm going there, and I'm creating a new Lamborghini, and I'm going to do this. Bam. So wow. This is what happened. Okay. So you can automatically launch something like this, right? So, so of course we can go further. For example, so FileMaker give me the possibility to have this, right? So I want to know the name of the system, the name of the system I want. So you have 1 is macOS, -2 is Windows. Okay, don't ask me why they never changed this. Because it was a mistake they made 20 years ago. They made a mistake. And I don't know if you remember, at one time we had a -1
yep.
for the classic, and we had the 2 for the PPC, the Power PC, yep. And it was okay. So so that is a relic, old artifacts of this era, and they kept the -2 as Windows. Because back in the day, Windows was like something that nobody wanted to touch at Claris, so they put that in -2. So, but it's a good example. So here you have 1, -2, 3, 4, 5, and then you have a gap here. I don't know why. 6, 7, no, nothing, and you have 8. I think they might have 2 other versions of it of Linux for their internal testing, and they don't give them the public.
Clearly there are products that are there that, this is one of the rare times where Claris actually does something that really shows the fact that there are products that have been created that either are dead or might come to market at some point that are 6 and 7.
Clearly, there's something happened here.
Yeah.
When I saw that this morning, I said, "Whoa, something happened here." So, but it's a good example of something. I want to show you something here. Cool. So I want to, but we don't get this. We don't get macOS, Windows, iPad. We don't get that. We got 1, -2, 3, 4, 5, and I want to transform this into names. I want to transform those into names. So what I'm doing here is this. You go to the system viewer, because I created it for you, right?
Yep.
And you do this. Use the choose. Okay, what choose? Okay, you say what choose. So choose is, so plus, choose is, when you have a test here, let's say the test say one, for example. So, and then you have all the results you want, all the results, okay? So the result for 0, I put unknown because we don't have 0, okay? You remember?
Yep.
We don't have 0, we start with 1. So 0 is unknown. Then we say macOS, okay? So that's what we need here. And then we say Windows, okay? And then we say iPad. I don't know what they call that, iPad, because it's iPhone as well. Oh, the 4 is no longer, see? The 4 is no longer iPhone. They have only iPad now. It's weird.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's farming, it's Clarence. So,
all right, keep going. You're good. Keep going.
Yeah. So here, what do I do here? Because so let's do this. Okay, let's stop it here for now. Okay, and let's comment it out. This okay. So for the comment out is, I have a trick for that. How to remember if it's a slash, slash star or star slash. Okay, how to remember that? You need to virtually show in your face, in your head, this. So visually you have this. So now you know how to comment it. I know, Richard, you have always you don't remember if it's a star slash slash star.
Yep.
Many people have the problem. So you need to visualize this, and now you know how to comment it. You will never do that. Okay. So now, why said it's missing? Why said that? Why say this? Windows. Why say that? What did I do wrong? Oh, here. Okay. So this is a test. Remember? You remember? Choose. You say, okay, you have the test, and then you have the result. Okay. So 1, return macOS. 2, Windows, because he will understand the -2. He doesn't care because the choose will take always the ABS. Okay, that's why I wanted to make the example. It takes the absolutes of this. Okay, so 3, iPad. 4, WebDirect. 5, CentOS. Okay, so now 6, nothing, but 6 doesn't exist. So I must, to go to 8, I cannot say, oh, in 8 is in Ubuntu. I can't do that. I cannot do that. He won't understand because for him, for the system, this is number 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So to go to the 8, I need to virtually create here 1 for the 6 and 1 for the 7. And now this become 8 because I have a 6 and a 7. So now I have I have this is get system platform. Okay. So get system platform. Currently I am in macOS, right? Which is correct. So I copy this and I paste here. Remember that this runs on server. Okay, so I go there, I create a new Lamborghini. We should get paid by Lamborghini, by the way.
Yeah.
And we go there, bam. And now I know that my operating system, because I know Jacob switched me on in Ubuntu. So this is I have an operating system in Ubuntu. So all the information here comes automatically when you create the field. So pretty much, I'm explaining to you that you can replicate plenty of stuff here, right? You can replicate plenty of stuff. You can have a auto entry calculation that works. Okay, so the auto entry calculation. So do we have any questions for now?
Yeah, it's pretty quiet. There's not a lot of engagement here. People are kind of quietly. I think Jake is busy working on stuff. So, do we have any questions from anyone? Let me take a look. Margaret, are you there?
No.
Mac, no, it's all.
I'm looking and I don't see anything. I've been here and I've not seen anything. Scott and Agent Chevy are typing.
Well, they're typing.
Quietly watching.
Quietly watching.
Okay. So the advantage of this, the parameters. Okay, so you can put whatever you want. So now, what I want to explain to you, I want to explain how it works. Okay, and then we are going to explore an extend version of this. Okay, so I'm going to explain you how it works. When we launch the script here, we import. Okay, import. And when you import here, when I import the data into the value import. That means I'm importing this. I'm importing this here. I'm importing into one field. I'm importing this field here. Value import. I'm importing the parameter there. Okay. So, for example, for these assets, current asset ID. Do you see current asset ID?
Yep.
Current asset ID. Okay, here. For this asset, if I go to the table ASP, no, that's a field. No, that's a field. I want to go to this one. ASP. ASP. Oh, ASP. Okay, the layout is STP. Yeah, I changed the name. STP. STP. Okay, so I'm going there, and I'm going to show the asset there. And as you can see, I'm importing the behavior, the field type, and in value import, I'm importing this. Right? I'm importing this.
Okay.
I'm importing the calculation, the calc, okay, the function, whatever. Okay. So I'm importing this, and then when I import this in one field, I'm importing this, and then I'm dispatching on whatever all the field I need, because remember, I have a field for each type of fields. I have a field for date, a field for number, a field for text, and a field for time. So this is the type is time, this one is text, this one is number, and this one is date. Okay, to be displayed as a date, number, time, and okay. So you understand so far?
Yep.
So I import this here, and when I import, I have an auto entry calculation here that will evaluate whatever is in import. You know, so evaluate. If we this auto entry will evaluate what I said. So demonstration from here. Let's say I create a new field. Okay, I have a new field, and here I'm saying I want get field name, file name, for example. Okay, get file name. Look what happened. Look on the text here. I have it. It's coming here. So it will translate. It will evaluate whatever in the field here. So if I say, so if I type, if I want this, for example, okay, I have the IP. So if I want the current time, I have the current time. Current time. So the auto entry, but you see, I have here. I have the current time as a number. See how it's funny. It will evaluate. The calculation based on the type of fields. For example, here I have it evaluates that as a date, a number, a text, and a time. Okay, so you use this. So you can put whatever you want to put here. 1 + 1, 2. Right? It will evaluate all what you need to do. All what you need. If you type list, and you type 1, 2, 3, 4, for example. I might have a mistake. Oh, here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, I need to do it again because we won't replace. So now I have a list. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, it does here whatever you want. Okay. So I like the choose function. Never knew when to apply, but now I know how I see. Yes, it's very good for that. Because it's not the only function that FileMaker returns 1, 2, 3. What else we have with 1, 2, 3, 4? Richard, I know we have a bunch of gets.
Boy, that's a good point. Yeah, you got. Oh, there's also the operating system. We have operating system, right? Or the.
Yes, I don't remember what the gets return 1, 2, 3. If I see
orientation, I don't know if that's one of them. Orientation, the window orientation. Yeah.
Yeah, get orientation.
Yeah. One. It's 1, -1, 2, -2. There's another one just like it.
Yeah. So sort state, for example. So the sort state
or record lock state. So the record lock state. Yeah, is also 2. 0, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. The sort state. I like the sort state because I like to return a human kind of a human information. So, for example, here. Get sort state. So let me show you the Clarix help. So you see here the get sort state. So 0, 1, 2. So that's why you have a 0 here. So for example, see you can so you can say this, for example. So let's do 1. So you have this. So you choose, and this is the test, and you say this, and you say. And you said sorted, okay? And you said the other one is semi-sorted, partially sorted, okay? So you have this.
Yeah, partially sorted is one of the most worthless things. I understand why they do it, but damn, if that's not a worthless, I don't, yeah.
What, the sort state?
The partial sorted, right? The partial is like, ugh.
Oh yes, yeah, but that is when you use the go to red records. Sometimes you add. You add something when you say
add a new record, yeah.
Yes, okay. So when you have a set and you want to add more and it's semi-sorted, but it's kind of cool. So the choose, but also I have an example here if I can show you because we have time today. So I can show you. You remember this here? I'm using this here on my purpose. For example, here I have for example, let's go to tasks. I have a time frame order. Okay, so I have a calc, and I want an order. I have a calc like this calc, and this calc tell me yesterday, today, tomorrow, this week, next week, this month, next month. And year. So yesterday is 0, today is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Why I'm doing this here? Why I'm not just using why I'm not just using this directly? It's because to sort yesterday, today, tomorrow, this week, next week is not alphabetically sortable. So you have 2 possibilities to sort that, to use the trick with the value list, but I'm going to explain I'm going to explain that in the value list next time, my next webinar. I'm going to explain how to use a value list in order to sort something, okay? So this is a good trick, by the way. But also you do this. You have one calc that returns 0, 1. So for example, due date, now yesterday, now -1, now -1. So the get current date -1 equal 0. Okay. Now equal dates is 1. That means it's today, right? Now +1. That means tomorrow is 2. So the calc will return a number. It's sortable. It's easily sortable, and the other aspect of this, is that you can change on the fly. You can repurpose something. I'm going to show you. So you have 0, 1. So this calc is a number. Okay, it's a number, and we return 0, 1, 2, 3. And now you have a time frame that says, okay, no problem. Whatever the frame order, the 0 to 7, yesterday is 0, today is 1, tomorrow is week. Let's say I don't want yesterday, I want to repurpose it, and I want to call it past. Okay? Okay, it won't break anything because I changed in my choose, and then it will change it from yesterday into past without breaking anything. Okay? So this is a good trick, this is a good technique. You can create your own 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not only the one from the function. You can build your own function that returns 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get a sortable, a very fast sortable, and of course, you can find it easily. It's findable easily. You say you want 2 with 2, or for example, I love this. When you, let's say you want to find today, tomorrow, and this week. Okay, so just what you do in the field, you do this. You do from 2 ... to 6, for example. It will find it. It will find the interval between the 2 and the 6. And you can use my technique that is even better of the go to record. You want the 2, you go carriage return, and you say you want the 3, the 6, and the 7, for example, on the go to record using the numbers as the keys. It's this technique here is fabulous. So I want to show you that you can use the 0, 1, 2, 3 with choose at your advantage by creating your own one. Okay. So do I have any question on this? No?
Good question. I like the choose function. Let's see what other questions we have. Good example, choose. Yeah, no, that's good. People, we ought to make a note, Margaret, that this event, we're talking about choose quite a bit. So that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, because it was a good opportunity to show this here, right? So now I want to explain something. That's something that is really, really cool. Okay. Let's say you have a AutoEntry calculation that involve related data. Okay. So what you need to know is this script here is running in one context. Actually, it's running with this context here, the ASP asset property item. This context. Okay?
Okay.
So it's running in this context. So in this context, I have asset, for example. Let's say I want to link this to assets. Okay? And I want to get out of assets, I want to get something on AutoEntry calculation. So I get the context ready, right? So the context is ready. I have all what I need. I am in this context, ASP. I am in this context. So let's go to my layout here. Let's present it as a form. And let's say I want field. I can, show the fields here. Okay, my fields. But now, from this context, I want to get something automatically out of assets, for example, the table asset. I want here, this is where I have my items. This is where I have those things. So when I create the fields here, when I create something here, I want something from the asset here. Let's say I want to get the condition. So I'm going to my data viewer, and I'm going to do this. I want to say, I want the condition. So I'm going there, I'm going to my asset 2. Remember, I create the asset 2, it's the context. And I said, I want the condition. So this is what I need to do. I copy this, right? And I go there. And I said, now I want a separator. Okay. And I want a new field, condition, and I want this. Okay. So now I'm going to assets. And this asset here, the condition is good. Normally I should have good. I should get good, right? So I create one new Lamborghini and the condition is good.
Okay.
He went to the assets and take the condition of something else. So let's say I want to assign this to somebody. Okay, I want to assign to some. I want to assign this. So I want to assign this. I assign to Aaron Dre, for example, and the current location is Santa Clara. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now I want to go back there, and I want to go there, and I said, I go back to my context. This is the context where I go to my data viewer here, and I'm going to say, going back to my here the relationship, and I said I want the location, current location, okay, the location, and I want the name and location. So I want something like this. I want this, the location, and I want a space, parenthesis, and I want and I want the how the name of this? I don't remember the name of the field. Oh, I don't have it. It's assigned to. Assigned to. Okay, and this. Okay. So not located on the side. Okay, but we don't care because it depends on the which record I am. So I'm going there, and now I want another field here, and I say location. Okay, and I paste this. Okay, so now I'm going there, and I'm replacing the Lamborghini with a new one. So I don't know. When I realize that when I have the Slack, I'm sharing my screen is a little bit sluggish.
Yeah,
but it will do it.
No, we're trying to keep up. That's trying to keep up. It's not a problem. Margaret, questions along the way? Mark Johnson.
We just got one from
Mark. Yeah, go ahead, Margaret. Go ahead and repeat that for everyone.
Question from Johnson.
Yes.
With that new asset type or Lamborghini, it will be added to the new asset record. But what if the new asset type needs to be added to all the other asset records already assigned to Lamborghini?
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. That's why I replace it. So, okay, what you need to know, this demonstration is something to inspire yourself. You need to create your own environment and your own stuff. But what I want to show you is that you can, for example, I create a new one. I create a new Lamborghini. I assign the Lamborghini I'll assign it to here, and I want to locate it in Los Osos. Okay, so now it's I want to review it, right? And I want to review it and say, okay, it's damaged. Okay, and now I'm saying that is a Lamborghini. Bam. So it's just that it's for the demo. I could have used any type of related data. So that means it works also with related data. You know, it works also with related data. So you can you can use function, you can use calculation, you can use our more evolved calculation like this one, or like this one with the choose, like this one. You can go to a related table because you are in the right context. So, and it happened on server. So if, for example, because I know one of those days somebody asked me for that, and I said, okay, let's wait the last day because I'm going to explain. You are on server. You are on server. So you can launch any type of very complex, very complicated calculation involving related data because you're on server. So it will be fast. It will be very fast, right? Something else that we need to know about this. So the last thing I want to explain, okay, is that, but it's not, I didn't build it because I was running out of time, but but I want to explain to you. You also can trigger a script from this, okay? You can, as the same way I'm putting something here, you can create a script. You can create a script field where you can put the script name you want to launch, okay? Because now FileMaker gave us the possibility to perform a script by name.
What's up, Brian?
So you can perform a script by name. So you can have, you can import inside your data, you can import the script name and say, okay, perform the script from here. So the script, you can tell for each of them, you can tell a different scripts that will do different things, and you can run them from here, right? And giving the name, give the name, you type the, from whatever name you place here of the script. And here it will be performed on server, and you can go do whatever you want. So you can do with this system here, you do things crazy, okay? You can have auto entry, you can perform script, you can do a lot of things here, a lot of things, very powerful, okay? So it's very cool. So we have a question here. With the new asset type, Lamborghini will be added to record what the new asset type need to be added to all other asset record already assigned to Lamborghini. Yes, so you can, okay. The question is, with that new asset type of the Lamborghini, it will be added to a new asset record. But what if the new asset type needs to be added to all other assets? You need to have a script doing it for you. You need to have a script doing it for you. If you want something new, you add something, and you want that to be applied to all the older assets that you have, you need a script that runs all of them and add them automatically, because that's the only way. That's the only way. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. You need a loop, you need a loop. The calculation is evaluated once, right? If I change the related data, won't change? No. Okay, so I have a trick for that. I can show you the trick. We have 5 minutes. So let's create a new file for you. Okay, I'll create a blank file. A demo. Okay. Here your file. So I'm not showing you with the remote data, but I'm going to show you the trick. Okay. So let me remove this piece of file. So let's say I have a field here. I have the name, okay, and I have the last name. Okay. I have two, and I have full name. The full name is, the list is the substitute of list of the first, or the first, the name, and the last. I remove this, and I this, and I replace by this. So now I have this. I have full name, last name. So, but I have the name here, the last name, and I have the full name. Okay? So far so good. Let's rename this first, because I bet people will want this. Okay, so if I put Nicholas Herder, I have this. Okay, so because they all involved on this. Okay, but what if I want this to be changed, to be updated? I want this to be updated on the fly, on demand. You know, on demand. Let's say I have I can do that. I can create a new related. Okay. Related, create. So this primary key, and this is primary key, foreign key. Foreign key, change. I don't want this. And I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't know why they do that. Okay. So I have this, and and I want to add a field. I don't know, or what can I say? Project. Okay. Okay. So I have projects here. Projects. Wow. Great. Okay. So, and I have a relationship between two, primary key with foreign key. And here I want this and this, okay? So I can create one. So here, I want a poll with my related, and I have I want projects, okay? Okay. So now I can create project, create file, make webinar, I don't know, speak to people. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so we have this. Okay, so I have 3 projects here, but here in this table, this table, I have list of projects. Okay, and it's an AutoEntry calculation, right? And it's the list of all my related data. Okay. So far, so good.
Yep.
Remove this. How I can get this field, how I can get this field this AutoEntry calculation here to be, you know, to get those files. If I add something here, it won't happen. Nothing happened. Okay. But I told them, I told this to say, oh, I want the field is there, but it's a related field. So what we do a let. Oh, first of all, we need to create a field. Okay, I call that AutoEntry Trigger. Okay, it's an AutoEntry Trigger, and most of what I do timestamp, because it helps me to give me the last time I got modified. Okay, so it's a timestamp. This is an AutoEntry Trigger. Okay. So now in my list, in my AutoEntry calculation here, I'm going to add a let. Okay. And the let is, I call the trigger equal this trigger equal, whatever the name here, we don't care, okay? Is this, and I do this, and I said this, and I said this. Okay, just I refer, I don't even use that in my calculation, but it is in the calculation. I have a local field. In my calculation, I have a local field, okay? The calc refers to a local field. It's important. Okay. So now, if I have, let's say I'm adding this field here, AutoEntry Trigger, okay? And I'm inserting the current time, right? I'm inserting this. Look what happened. So what you need to do in order to get the auto entry to work, okay, is to have this technique that I'm just showing you. You have all your auto entry, you put the let statement that goes to that field. And just you need to put something in that field. So let's say, for example, you have 2,000 records. Let's say, look, I'm going to do an example with file, okay? So let's say I have Rick, okay? And I have a project A, B, and C, okay? And I have, what's it, Jacob, okay? Peter, and he has a program 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Okay.
And I have another one, Marge. Okay. And I have the project A1, A2, B1, B2, just to make sure that we recognize. Okay. I want. And this one is empty, okay? And I want to update all, let's say I have 2,000 records, okay? I have 2,000 records and I want to update it, okay? All of them. I have a script on Pisos. I have a Pisos. Most of the time I'm doing this. And I'm doing this, you know? I have a replace on this one. And I say get current state. And I replace. That's what I do. I go on the server, Pisos, go to that record, to that field, replace, and every single auto entry calculation that I will have referred to this will be updated. Demonstration. Replace.
So Stu does have a question. Stu's question: can the trigger be a related table, or does it need to be in the base table?
No, it needs to be in the base table. That's the point. It needs to be. You need to have, okay, an auto entry calculation referring to related fields will work if you have at least one field involved that is local. So, in the other hand, let's say in this, I had something related to, let's say it's a list of this. It's a list of the first name, for example, and this. Okay. Let's say I have this. If I change the first name, it works, right? It works because because I have the first name involved. Okay, but it cannot work. It cannot work if you have only related records. You need to have at least one record that is updated. The record here needs to be a local field. That's why in every single of my tables, I include automatically. I'm including this trigger. All my tables have a trigger, and all my calcs, my auto entry calcs that needs to be updated when I want. We have a full webinar on this. The auto entry calculation. We have a full webinar on this. right?
When did we do that? When was the date on that?
Oh, not long time ago. We have one. AutoEntry Calculation with Nick Hunter.
Yeah, Nick, you need to, Margaret, you need to go pop that up and reference that so those folks can get the links for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do that right now if you can.
Okay, so we have, don't forget the question for, okay, so we have a question. Nick, can you go deeper in your explanation of why evaluate of the asset property item is not local and need to be done on the server? Just because it's faster. I mean, you can do locally. It works. Okay, look, demonstration. I go to my user and I say on clients, the script, because I have this ability in that file, you can do this. If I go to the Lamborghini, I create a Lamborghini and I say Lamborghini. It takes more time, not too much, but it takes more time. When I say, if I go to the user, it doesn't have to. It's just because it's faster, especially when you have a bunch of AutoEntry calculation, and especially if you want to add the possibility to perform other script behind. It's better to have this on server. So, if you do Lamborghini, it will be instant. Bam.
Ruben likes the trick. It's a good trick, yeah.
Yes, yeah, it's good. By the way, how I'm doing this is when you go, I'm doing by user, because some user, for example, I don't do that at the system level. I'm doing that by a user level. Sometimes I don't want a guy to run on server, or sometimes I want, or I said detect automatically. Depending on if you run if you run locally, this will be grayed out and it will say on client. So when you say on clients, when you click on client here, you change a variable that is here that I say, okay, pesos 0, right? You change a variable when you do this, and detect automatically you have here 1. So when you trigger a script, all my script that can be triggered here on server, like this one, I have this if pesos go there. If not, do this, and this. Okay, it's very cool. So yeah, you found it. So yeah, those scripts when you need to create records, delete records, do something like this, you need to go on server and do it, because it's way faster. It will be like instant, like it's instant. And my connection, I'm far away, I'm out of the world, I'm broadcasting, and I'm sharing my screen, and I have a bunch of AutoEntry calculation instant. I don't even see the spinning wheel, right? So it's good. It's a good technique, right?
No.
So
it's a good
if you don't have any other questions,
is that about it for questions? Because that wraps it for today, then, for the most part.
Yeah. Well, today is fine. So that's the next.
I don't see anything else.
Okay. So if you want this file, I can distribute this file for you. It's no.
Yeah, it's the AutoEntry demo thing, right?
I will rename it and send it to you.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll post it, then people can get it tomorrow. That'll be fine. All right, cool. Well, that's it for now.
And the guys just stepped up the whole way. Calm, cool, collected, the quarterback. Great read, good patience. More importantly, great job up front protecting this quarterback to give you a chance. And that's all you can ask for.
Try to rally down 10. 9:25 to go here in the fourth. Short motion by Amendola from the left. Brady takes the shotgun snap. Stands in, throws it left for Amendola. Reaches up and snacks a high throw and lands inside the 10. Rolling to the 9. Ball slightly behind him, but Danny makes the grab.